Going on YouTube, CloverBells here, back with another Series 12 collaboration showcase, and we've got DragonairJordan back on the channel, and this time we're using the cupcake, or I should say a cake. We're using the Alcremie, which is actually the first time ever I'm going to be using Alcremie. I don't think I've ever used it in Sword and Shield. So Dragon, thanks again for joining us here today, and tell us why, without revealing too much, because we're going to talk about it at the end of the video, but why did we put an Alcremie on this team?
Thanks for having me, Clover. The Alcremie is really great at setting up both of these Dynamax Sweepers. They're weak to Snarl, and Snarl, Light Screen, Intimidate, just anything that drops their stats or their damage output. So being able to get to an instant +2 is just really nice. I've paired it up with a bunch of things that benefit from one of the moves that Alcremie is running, so that isn't Decorate, so you guys will see that coming up in the video.
Yeah, and before we even start the video, is there a notable achievement that you have with this team in particular?
Yes, I just won RedVGC, his Series 12 tour, first one that he ran on this channel, and had some really close games, but I was able to get the bracket reset and go all the way up from losers to win the tour.
Oh, nice. Well, it's always good when we can feature a tournament-winning first-place team on the channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know how this works. Dragon's going to call all the shots. I'm just going to click the shiny buttons, and hopefully we can make use of the cake and all its shenanigans. So, let's just go straight into the ranked battles. Alright, it's a pretty HO squad with Whimsicott, Rillaboom, Urshifu, and then, of course, he's got the two homies, Zacian and Kyogre. What are we thinking here, Dragon?
So, this looks like the perfect matchup for Gastrodon.
Okay.
There's no visible grass-type move. Whimsicott or Indeedee could be carrying it, but I think those both get destroyed by Yveltal, so what we want to do is set up our Trick Room here, because they do have really good methods of speed control, so it is probably going to be Necrozma on lead.
Okay.
I think Yveltal is probably a good lead, because if they don't lead with Tailwind, then we can use Dark Aura to scout for the speeds to see if there's Scarf, and also Max Flare to set up the Trick Room for free, and then Gastrodon, of course, and then Alcremie for Decorate if we do decide to go Yveltal or Necrozma as one of our max options instead.
Okay, we're going to give it a go. We're going to leave the Volcarona and Landorus behind. Landorus can't really do too much here. I know there's an Rillaboom, but really we're going to use that more for the Sun games. But for this, Gastrodon in the right position can really give our opponent a lot of trouble. The Kyogre can't do much, the Rillaboom can't do much. Zacian has its ways, but again, even then. But yeah, as Dragon said, our plan is to set up a Trick Room, and it is going to be Whimsicott Kyogre on lead. Now, he could have Taunt, so that's another thing to worry about. But yeah, here we are. Okay, so looks like there's no Scarf.
Okay, so no Scarf on the Kyogre, so I'm expecting Life Orb. I think just going into Gastrodon and going for the either Oblivion Wing or Snarl, but I'm trying to think we can recover spam with Gastro afterwards. So I think Oblivion Ring is the right play, just in case they do go for damage.
Okay, so you want to Oblivion
because
Wing?
We can always into Whimsicott just to get it off the field, because we're worried about Energy Ball. Because if they're leading this straight up, I'm assuming they have Energy Ball.
Okay, well, you never know. He could have Taunt. He could just click the Tailwind button anyway. But we'll see. He might even max the Ogre here. There's no way of knowing. If it's max Ogre, I kind of like that, because then that'll give the Gastrodon a little bit of a boost.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so it is just a simple Tailwind, and I think Water Spout is coming, Dragon. And it is the Water Spout. So Gastrodon is now +1. Can Yveltal take one?
It definitely can.
Oof,
hopefully.
It does.
Okay, I was supposed to say crit. That was, the health bar was going down a little bit quick there.
Yes, it was. but the AV does help, and this is going to be a Sash on the Whimsicott, but we are going to get a little bit of recovery, unless that is eject button. Nope, it is Focus Sash. So, I don't know if we take another one Dragon. It's very, very close.
So, to scout for Energy Ball here, I think we can just max the Gastro and Sucker Punch.
Ah, okay. And do you want to Quake, or do you want to Hailstorm?
I think we can Quake into the Kyogre.
Okay. I like that play.
We can Quake into the Whimsicott if you really want to cover for. Actually, I think just covering the switch out probably into Zacian or something. We could Sucker Punch plus Quake into the Whimsicott.
Oh wow. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get it off. No, I did not get it off. I'm sorry. You made me change it.
It's okay.
Yeah. Oh.
It's okay. Hopefully they just don't have it, and then we can get the Sucker Punch off next turn. Because I don't think they have the damage output to. Okay, I was just about to say if we saw Max Whims, that would have been not fun, but.
All right, we're gonna leave the Whimsicott alive. We'll see if that makes us pay in the end game. But this is probably his only play. I would imagine. Let me think. It has to be an ice move, right?
Fake Tears would be not great to see here. I would assume it's just Max Hailstorm, and then either Taunt, Fake Tears, Energy Ball, or Moonblast from the Fake Tears.
Okay. Yeah, we could.
I think if they're going that route, then we can go for Snarl at Max Guard next turn.
Okay, Sucker Punch would not have worked then, would it?
That's true.
Yeah, so this ends.
You get the Citrus Berry healing here.
Yeah, this ends up being a little bit better. Because we got more chip damage on the Ogre, and we do get to proc our little berry. So our little slug gets to recover. And
Whims goes down to the
hail, yeah.
The hail too. So perfect.
Wait.
Oh, well, that also works.
Yeah. The Quake into Ogre definitely was the better first turn play. But that's okay. At least I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, Quake damage would have been good. Plus one Quake into the Ogre would have been actually really good. There's no way he would have swapped in Zacian. That would have been funny.
I think here we have a really safe play of just Max Guard and switch into Necrozma, because then next turn we have a free Trick Room. There's no moves that they could go for other than maybe Max Lightning, crit into close combat that could take out the Necrozma if they're just going for Blade here.
Oh yeah, if I were him, this is a free Behemoth Blade into this Yveltal. So we are going to swap in the Necrozma here, and we'll potentially stall out one more turn of Dynamax. Okay, there is. Oh, he went into the Slug. That tells me he wants a double up. Oh yeah, he was 100% going for the double up there, Dragon, because he knew that once we got the Quake boost, you know, he wasn't killing anymore, so he had to double up there. So he was actually going to leave the Yveltal alive.
Yeah, I don't think the Yveltal's threatening too much.
Yeah.
With I think they probably have a Lucky in the back.
I think so. Could be. Or it could be Ursh.
So
no, I think it's Ursh.
Actually, Ursh would be scary, but I think you just Trick Room and a Max Quake works. They can take Gastro from us, but I think that's fine. At this point, we can go for Decorate stuff or just Yveltal in the end game.
By the way, I hit the Zacian, so I hope that was I hope that's what you wanted.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
If we do end up living, then I think just getting Zacian off the board makes Yveltal's life easier. That's a lot of damage. I think that's a crit.
No, that was not a crit.
Oh wow.
Alright, but he does get rid of the Gastrodon, so the big slug does go down here. But we do get a Trick Room. Okay. Alright. Our little slug did 1 damage to Whimsicott. Yes. Alright, but
this is a good max. This is a good defensive max.
we do have we have some options now. We can get Decorate off now, right?
Yes, I think that's the play actually. Yeah, because we know our Yveltal is faster than this Kyogre, so we don't really want it to get damage off on us. And Alcremie should pretty easily tank the +2 Earthquake. So probably Decorate into Earthquake is play here.
That's very daring there, Dragon. That's very daring.
I think if we get Yveltal in here, then because we're not max speed and Urshifu tends to run max speed, then we just Earthquake next to Oblivion Wing should sweep this.
Okay, now I want you. If he protects Zacian, do we care?
No, because they should go for Origin, and we should live it pretty comfortably. And because the Trick Room's fresh, we should be fine here.
All right, here we go. Decorate Alcremie. Finally, on the CloverBells YouTube channel, it has happened. And I did not see any Protect Dragon, so this Necrozma better kill everything here. The Ogre lives,
Perfect.
Dragon.
I think it's very bulky.
And that is
Maybe
a very
AV.
bulky Ogre. What if we quaked that Kyogre with the Gashadon previously, man? That would have been great.
That would have been amazing.
Alright, and I don't think this Kyogre is going down to this Hail Chip yet. I think it's going to be left at a very slim margin. Alright, but we do have Sucker Punch available, and there is an Urshifu probably coming in. So we'll see what happens, right? Either way, I think we just win from here.
If they're banded, I'm worried about the possibility of banded Sucker Punch into... Yeah. I think we lived the Dark Aura banded Sucker Punch just like with maybe 1 HP, so Oblivion Wing into Earthquake is probably the best play here.
Okay, we're gonna try it. Show me that banded Sucker Punch.
Ogre should just go down the hill if they're...
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
There it is.
Is it banded though? It is.
It's close. It has to be. The Whimsicott was sashed.
Oh,
Ice
that's
Beam.
true.
Uh-oh. We should live this.
Yeah, we definitely live
We
this.
do live.
Perfect.
Oh, nice. Alright, we win. Yeah. Yveltal clutching it up. Alright, in the end, Yveltal got to do what it does best. Finish endgames. Alright, so we made one misplay with the Gashadon, but that's okay. The Hailstorm is actually going to work out for us. The Hail... Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. We have Sucker Punch. So, the AV Yveltal has its use on this team. And we got to use a little Alcremie play. So, kind of cool. Alright, oh yeah. This doesn't matter.
We are slower, so we just need the Sucker Punch, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
We're slower under Trick Room.
Is he going to cancel it out, or is he going to give us the kill? Alright, he's letting Yveltal pick up the kill. There it is! Alcremie takes the first dub, ladies and gentlemen. With Yveltal closing it out, I guess. Ooh, the mirror. Ooh, that looks like my old Zacian Yveltal squad. Except there's no Blastoise. I mean, there's no Rillaboom, but that's okay. Alright, what are we thinking?
So, usually, they're going to bring Amoongus because they're scared of Trick Room.
Yes, but we have Sleep Veil.
And they're going to also be scared to set up, to activate our weakness policy, so I think the best approach here is Necrozma, Volcarona, Gastrodon, just to block the
Blastoise.
Like pretty much everything on this team.
Yeah.
And then I'm torn between Alcremie and Yveltal. I think Alcremie's the play though, and we just go all in on the Gastro, the Cosmo mode.
Yeah, because look, the Rillaboom dies to Gastro, the Landorus dies to Gastro, the Blastoise can't do much to Gastro, and Gastro's good against the Zacian. Really only has is the Amoongus if he has a grass move, but even then there's no guarantee about that. And then everything else with the Yveltal, I mean, we've got the tools for it. I think this is it. We'll leave our Yveltal behind. We'll let the Gastrodon once again do.
And if we can get the turn 1 Wisp onto Yveltal just to block potential foul plays, then that would be good.
Yeah, we'll see what we do here. I would expect the Blastoise on lead here.
If
even
we
with,
do
like,
see
the
it, then
Amoongus.
that's perfect.
Oh, it's a Yveltal Regieleki. Ooh, what if this is Screech Foul Play and it's Life Orb?
I think we just go for Rage Powder here. And then get the Alcremie in, and then it looks like a clean sweep.
Alright.
Hopefully. I don't want to call it too quickly, but...
Where's the Rage Powder? Oh, here. You put it at the bottom?
Yeah, I just don't want to click it by accident when I have like better place to go for, because most of the time just Volcarona being there is enough pressure that Protect is the better play.
Okay. I like Protect in my last slot. It's more aesthetically pleasing to me.
Yeah,
Alright.
dual stab on the top and then Protect on the bottom.
Alright, what are we going here for here? Imagine this is Goggles. Alright, there's a Thunderbolt. Alright. Volcarona takes something. Is this Oblivion? It is. Alright. Are you ready? Oh wait, we might actually live now. Wait.
If we do, then we just go for the Wisp. I think we die though. Oh, okay. Beat out.
Okay. Alright, well. We do get up Trick Room.
I think just getting... We can get Gastro in if we really want to dodge like a dark move, but I think the Necrozma's the better max option, so maybe a max Quay... it could... Foul play is a thing.
There's a Lando in the back.
I think a hard switch out into Alcremie, because Alcremie just needs to have HP. I don't think it needs to be super healthy.
I'm switching out
So
Necrozma.
maybe-
What am I doing?
Hard switching out Necrozma into Alcremie and then Rage Battering just so we get the free switch.
Oh, I see. Ah, I see. Okay, I got you. Sure. We just need the Alchemy on the field and not dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what head.
And worst case scenario is like Snarl Thunderbolt, but Alcremie's special defense is amazing. I think it's like base 123 or so.
I want to see a Landorus switch in. Oh, he's maxing! Oh! Yeah, he's
I think
maxing
that's
the
Yveltal too.
Yeah,
Perfect.
because he figured he can just kill with the Rillaboom, right? Yeah, and then just like max darkness our Necrozma. Would that even kill though? Like, let's say he wasn't Life Orb, would that even kill? If we max
No, I don't think it would have.
Yeah, because then we could have just proc policy. Alright. So there's a max darkness into the Volcarona. Okay.
I think they're Sasha-lucky though. I don't think we died of this. It's probably close, but I think we've got this.
Alright, you better hope we don't get crit. Rain Dance! What?
Okay,
Why?
never mind.
Dragon, you gotta explain this. Why do you Rain Dance?
I'm assuming they want to get max darkness drops onto everything and then sweep with Blastoise in the end game, but they don't know we have Gastrodon.
Okay, so now we just bring in this guy?
Yeah, Necrozma, and then we can... I think if they had Lando, they would have switched into it when we had the Necrozma on the field before, so I think just Dazzlingly Max Quake just to get Lucky off the field. Actually, I think the Decorate boost is... I don't know whether we want to prioritize getting a Lucky off the field and getting in their other mons just so we can KO them, or... I think it's probably... Actually, because they led a Lucky, we don't know if they're policy or not, so Decorate into Max Quake is probably the play.
Max Quake?
Because I'm not sure if the Rockfall KOs, we can go for the D-Gleam into Rockfall next turn.
Okay. Well, I Max Quake the Rillaboom, so there was no switch, so here we go. You would figure,
hopefully-
right? You figure he has this other restricted in the back, right? The Zacian, and then it's probably Blastoise, right? But
Yeah.
then that means no
I'm assuming
Landorus.
based on that weird Rain Dance play that it's the Blastoise and then hopefully Zacian because of the Yveltal.
I guess this makes sense, right? I mean, he's trying to go for that endgame. But then the Blastoise doesn't really do that much outside of Max. I mean, sure, you got a Hydro Cannon, but even then. Alright, come on, Necrozma. We do need this boost. Let's see if you're Sash Aleki. Yep, it is Sash. So we do get a Quake boost. That's gonna help us against Max Darkness. That's always nice. Alright, what are we
We should
going?
take nothing from this. Well, not nothing, but
I would say 50%.
still an Yveltal.
Oh, not even actually. Wow, okay. Dang, that did no damage.
Yeah, we're really especially bulky on this Necrozma. I wanted to take Water Spouts, no problem.
Ow.
Okay, that double up did hurt. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
It's okay that the speeds are out of whack, but hopefully we just don't get full paired. Because we do need the Dazzling Gleam chip, I think. Plus the Rockfall should do it.
okay. And we have to hope our little Gastrodon can clutch it out here. The one thing is the paralysis. This is his best out, man. He had to get the para. All right, so we're gonna try our best here.
I think because of the para, as long as we move next turn, I think it's the correct play to decorate onto Gastro before the Tricky Men's, just so that we have like a guaranteed offensive pressure against the Blastoise and the Zacian.
Okay.
And then we can. I'm worried about helping in Blastoise though, plus Zacian in this endgame.
Uh-oh.
If it's Lando, that's coming in now. That's Amoongus.
Oh, wow. Then what's with the Rain Dance? Unless you didn't...
I have no clue.
Okay, well...
Oh, I was about to say, is that Shardy Berry? Because there's a bit of a pause there.
Ooh, it looks like the Dazzling Gleam is going to come in the clutch here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Wow, Amoongus, huh? No Blastoise. Alcremie gets a kill! Oh, man.
Alcremie's putting on more offensive pressure than the Gastro and
Okay,
the Cosmo and this.
He's thinking right now, right? Like, the Amoongus is going to sleep some, but does he know Alcremie's ability?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, well, let's show it to him. Well, actually, what is he going to sleep? Our thing is already paralyzed. He wants to sleep the cake? Alright, let him sleep the cake.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. I mean, so what was the point of Rain Dance? Maybe to reduce fire damage from Volcarona, but we were dead. I don't know. Alright, well, he's going to redirect. I mean, but...
I think here we want to switch out Alcremie into Gastro and get the defense boost onto it if we can.
Okay.
Actually, that's hoping that they remember that Sweetvale exists.
Okay.
I still think it's the best play because we're only really worried about play rough, right?
Yep.
And then so switch into Gastro and then still spike into Amoongus.
Okay. We'll get rid of the mushroom. Alright, Alcremie.
Because then we have Baby Doll Eyes in the end game as well.
Yes, you did your job.
As long as we get rid of Gastro.
Yes, we just need to remove the mushroom here. The Zacian should protect, and he actually protects the mushroom.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Is that oh, it's a double, okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, maybe wants to just, oh, well.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you figured we would have to get at least one.
I think with the leftovers...
last turn of Trick or Mid makes sense. Yeah, we should have checked for that one.
I think just a Sunsteel and a Protect with the Gastro is good here.
Okay, but what if he just doubles the Necrozma, then we die?
I think we live Sacred Sword. I just don't know if we live Sacred plus Amoongus attack.
Oh, there's the only way to find out.
I think we need to get rid of the Amoongus if it does have a grass move.
Okay, so it might.
And we don't want Gastrodon to go to sleep. So probably protect EQ if we want, but it's protect Sunsteel. I think is the play.
Yeah, I think we have to do it like this. Yeah, but the Zacian is not too threatening if we have a Gastrodon here, because we have the Earth Power damage. He is going for the Sacred Sword. Can we live this? Necrozma. Oh, he got the crit. Wow. So he gets the para and the crit. And he does have a grass move.
And they are Giga Drain.
Alright,
Okay.
that's game.
Yeah, that's game. Yeah,
Wow.
that's game.
There it is, the grass move revealed on the Amoongus. So the Regieleki Rain Dance is gonna take this one, Dragon. How about that?
I think our win con here is going for a double protect with the Gastro, getting a Decorate boost onto it, and then Ice Beaming the Amoongus to clean it off of the board. And then we always live the Blade with the Berry, and then we can Baby Dollize into Zacian next turn, and Gastro auto-wins against the Regieleki in the back.
Hold on. Okay. So what am I doing first? Am I protecting?
Actually, Alcremie outspeeds Gastro naturally, so I think we should just decorate Ice Beam into the Amoongus.
Okay.
And then
You're telling me like 50 things.
yeah, right. And then Baby Dollize next turn.
Oh, he wants the thingy. He wants the cake.
If Amoongus is fast here or not min speed at all, then we just don't.
All right.
Here.
Oh, not enough Dragon.
Oh. I think that's a combination of Adamant Zacian and the Sand Chip actually mattering here.
Okay, is this gonna be enough? Oh, that is.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, GastroJordan. You did your best.
I think we live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Adamization for sure.
Dang. A lot of things came into play in this match, but yeah, the para was unfortunate on the turn that we did get it.
Yeah, because you would figure we get that damage off, then Amoongus dies, and then we have a shot on the Zacian, but yeah, we're just gonna have to give this one up. The Regieleki Rain Dance has won. Now I can say it.
I think Lando in this endgame probably would have been nicer.
Young Gravity. That is a name. Alright, I don't know about GastroJordan in this game. There's a Rillaboom.
Yeah, probably not. But the Volcarona looks amazing here.
Does actually.
A calc that we should know is that it one-shots Zacian if we max it, which it does look good as a max option if we can Wisp the Thundurus. So we want to get into a position. I think Yveltal and Volcarona are going to carry this matchup. I think we can just lead both of them.
Oh, you can? Okay.
I think we can.
If he brings Thundurus, okay, sure. I mean, but what if he just Volcarona? Then what do we do?
We could lead Landorus, Volk, and Rockfall the Thundurus, but then that's weak to instant stuff, so I'm not sure about that. We could also go Volk Necrozma and just set up Trick Room Soup with Yveltal in the end game. I don't mind that, but it's also weak to taunt stuff, so probably I think Volk Yveltal is fine here with Necrozma Alcremie in the end game. Because Necrozma does look like a good endgame super if we can get rid of the Calyrex Shadow, or if they just don't bring it, lead it, or have it out when we have the Necrozma out.
Well, we're leading Yveltal to respect the Calyrex. What if he just goes Thundurus Calyrex?
Thundurus Calyrex, we probably Wisp Sucker Punch.
Okay.
Thundurus Whimsicott.
Alright,
so I think we go for the Wisp here.
Okay. Yeah,
if we get taunted, it's not amazing, but I think just a Wisp here into the Thundurus should shut that down, and then we're expecting Airstream, right? Yeah. Into the Volk. Maybe a Moonblast into Yveltal.
Okay.
If we're expecting Airstream into Volk, then I think just Oblivion Wing into the Whimsicott. Yeah. You don't want to max preemptively, because I think Necrozma is actually a really good max option here based on what they've led. Okay. If we can leave the Whimsicott on the field.
Well, he's maxing Thundurus, so we already know what's coming.
If Cosmo Alcremie would have been perfect here.
Yeah, this is either Airstream into Volk or Lightning into Yveltal. And we're gonna find out if he's Life Orb or not. And then we'll see what kind of item he has. Alright, is this Tailwind? It is Tailwind. They love Tailwind. You know, it's like you have to click the Tailwind button if you're running the Cotton Ball. You don't have to use any other moves. You know. Ooh.
Ooh, they do just go for the snipe.
Yeah, might as well. He says, "You have a Gasharon? I don't care. You have a Landorus? I don't care. I'm clicking the electric move."
And hopefully we can hit our Wisp here. I don't want to jinx it, but
we do.
Okay, perfect.
He is still Life Orb though. Alright, and remember, Helping Hand plays, so he can actually kind of neutralize his burn a little bit.
So, I think here we just...
We have to do it like this, right? With the Necrozma. He clicked Tailwind. We need the Trick Room.
Yeah, Necrozma, Trick Room, and then...
yeah, in the end.
Alcremie.
Okay. So, we're going to Rage Powder Trick Room, correct? Hope he kills the Volcarona and get an Alcremie? That's the idea?
Yes. I think actually because of the Whimsicott ignores Rage Powder anyways, and the fact that they can't really do any damage, I think we just go for the Fiery Dance onto Whimsicott.
I don't know, like Helping Hand, even though he's burned, it might do something, but yeah, I guess...
Helping Hand Max Spark would be scary, yeah. But I think Volk is a really good max option here too.
Okay, so you want to just get rid of this?
Yeah, I think just the Fiery Dance, and because the Airstream is really obvious here. It's the obvious option, but I think it's the most damage that they can do.
There's the Helping Hand play. Alright, so he's
hopefully it's not Darkness, but...
No, it is Lightning.
Lightning, okay.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, actually not as much as I thought. Okay. Still a big chunk there. Alright, here's the fight. Can we get a boost? I would love a boost. Come on, give me the boost. There's a Sash. Okay.
The boost would be really nice.
No boost. Oh, boost! Yes!
Let's go.
Nice! Alright, and there's a Trick Room. Ooh.
And now we pray no Encore, and we click Rage Powder Rock Slide.
Oh, absolutely. Alright, and then he's taking more chip damage. See, this is where Leftovers is actually coming in handy here. So, Rage Powder Rock Slide. Okay, nice. Nice.
I think the more we stagger our max here, the better our Cali Shadow endgame is.
Yes. I mean, we did lose the Yveltal, but... yeah, and there's this
I think
Zacian
with
in the
enough...
back.
Yeah, with enough Quake boosts, Zacian doesn't do anything to us, and then we can just hopefully live an attack from the Cali Shadow.
Okay. Alright, he's definitely anticipating something here with the Volcarona, but we're just gonna simply just... Oh, there it is again. Okay. Alright, we should take an Airstream. Okay, we have a Coba Berry. And we're gonna get rid of this Whims. There's the Rock Slide. Yeet! That's good damage.
Oh, that's a lot of damage, Rob. I think
that
was a crit. Yeah.
Hey, just desserts. We got crit last game. I got crit 50 million times I got crit 50 million times in the previous video. I deserve some just desserts. This is doing no damage. Okay, that did some damage. God.
That was a lot of damage, Rob.
That was actually a lot of damage. Well, he did have Helping Hand, that's why. But now he's not going to do any damage because his max is done and he's burned. Right?
Hopefully they bring out something like the... Just not Incin. Anything but Incin.
No, it's Zacian. Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Perfect.
we already know what he's thinking. He has a button called Protect.
Yeah, I think it's probably Zacian Calyrex Shadow.
Yeah, but we have to respect it, right? We can't just leave it alive, because then we have nothing for it in the back.
I think just a Rock Slide plus Fiery Dance, because we have the +1 boost. I think that respects the Zacian enough.
Yeah, I think this is the play.
And then we start going for Quakes next turn.
Yeah, then he can't stop it. And then he still has to deal with the Volcarona. He protects that one. Okay, that's cool. Does he protect the Zacian? Okay, he wants to stall out this. I mean, sure.
I think it's 2 turns left of Trick Room now. So,
yeah, let me just
I actually
check.
don't know.
Alright, I mean, he's just letting us get Leftovers recovery, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. This is the reason why I slapped Leftovers on Necrozma, because there's so many dead turns between positioning Alcremie and just having the boosts. Okay, 2. I think we go for the Quake, because I think we need to be +2 to...
Okay. you want to just kill the Thundurus and then just go for Quake onto Zacian?
I think we leave Thundurus alive to hopefully KO the Volcarona, give us a free switch. So, Fiery Dance plus Quake onto Zacian.
Yeah, I mean, this makes sense too. Because, like, what is this Thundurus really doing? Honestly, nothing, right? So, we'll just do it like this.
And then, worst case scenario, we can go for the Rockfall into Thundurus. That gets rid of Sash on the Kali Shadow, and then we can go for Steel Spec next turn.
This Thundurus is doing no damage. We're chilling. He has no max. All he has is Wild Charge. I mean, Brick Break maybe, but even then. Alright, big lion. The other lion. Alright, there it is. He gives us the Zacian. This might not be enough actually, but I think the Volcarona can do the job. Yeah. That's okay.
Just barely.
Alright, now, can we get another boost? I would love another boost. Come on, Volcarona. Yeah, Fiery Dance. Throwbacks to Series 10 right here. Okay, there we go. Come on, give me another boost. Set one more turn of Trick Room. We forgot he could do that, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, it's a Volk. We want Volk on next turn anyways, I think, just so we can go for Dazzling Gleam with Alcremie to get rid of Sash and not die.
This is our last turn of Trick Room. I would imagine a Protect comes out here.
Yeah, for sure, but we get the Quake boost.
Yeah, and then we should live.
And we have the one more turn.
And remember, he's not Life Orb, it's on the Thundurus. He could be Specs, though. Can we live Specs?
With the +2, definitely.
Alright, do you want to, like...
I cautiously say definitely. I think, yeah, just a Fiery Dance into the covering for the Calyrex. We want Volk to go down so that Calyrex doesn't get the boost.
Okay.
And then Quake into the Calyrex as well.
Okay. Oh, no Protect.
Wow.
He specs. There's no...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that works out even better for us.
Yeah, that just gives us the game. Alright. And here we are. Fiery Dance! Goodbye, Calyrex. There it is. Alright. Oh, we get another boost! Oh! This Thundurus is not killing this Volcarona. I don't think so. There's a fly. He misses and... Oh, never mind. We have the Coba Berry. Oh, yeah.
We still have Coba.
Yeah, we still have the Coba. Come on, Volk. Live it! Let's go, Volcarona! Wow. Man. This guy had no answer for Volcarona. Damn! Holy cow. And look at... Remember how much damage our Necrozma took? We just recovered all of that with leftovers. Oh my goodness. How does he stop it?
Volk's dancing on him.
What if we just style on him and give him the cake? Just to show him what we had.
Yeah, let's show him the cake.
Show him the cake. Yeah, and then we'll just rockfall this just to show him that we could have did it anytime. Anyway. There it is. Oh, he's gonna let us do it! Alright, we'll show him the cake. Another appearance from Alcremie. Alright, Wild Charge.
Oh, he's gonna take himself out.
Yeah, he's gonna take himself. He said, oh, he crit us again! How many... Oh man, I'm getting crit so many times these last couple of videos. Kind of funny. But there it is, Young Gravity. We got him with the bug.
Very cool.
Alright folks, now we're in the Pokepaste section of the video where now we're going to talk about the team and the building aspect of it. So you got to see quite a few games on ladder with the cake. Alright, and I think we used every single mon except for the Landorus, but we've seen Landorus plenty of times. We know what it does. So Dragon, once again, thanks for joining us on the channel. Now, how did you build the team mon by mon? And then I guess we'll talk into the spreads, but first let's start with that.
Okay, so first I started off with the Yveltal, Gastrodon, Landorus, Rotom Heat Core, and then I really wanted to use I really wanted something that would hard check Zacian and also give me a Trick Room option. So Necrozma Duskmane was like the best option, and then I've been using Alcremie for a while now, and I really like how it pairs with physical and mixed attackers. So Yveltal is both, and Necrozma is one, so it was just really nice synergy. Baby Doll Ice helps out Landorus a lot. It means it doesn't have to search in to check Zacian. You can always have the -1 Zacian calc, and it doesn't get one shot. And Volcarona helped a lot with setting up Trick Room more reliably, and fast. A bulky Will-O-Wisp, it lives a lot of things that it probably shouldn't, and gets the Will-O-Wisp off, and yeah, it's really nice synergy with this team.
Yeah, I mean it makes a lot of sense. Like it's we got a fire, water, grass core here. Oh, actually, there's no grass. I keep thinking like Volcarona is grass fire, but it's bug fire. But yeah, I
No
mean
grass.
yeah, it's a good team. I do like it. Now how did we do the spreads here? Now what is this Necrozma spread for?
So the Necrozma lives, if I remember correctly, it's 3-hit KO'd by Adamant, Zacian, Sacred Sword. So you're with Leftovers recovery, so you're just tanking Zacian's hits. Even if you're intimidated, you KO them with Earthquake. So as long as you get an end game where it's Necrozma and it's Zacian, you just go for Earthquake, 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 and then you win. And with enough special defense bulk to live Specs Water Spout from Kyogre, just so that you can Specs Water Spout from Kyogre and Specs Cali Shadow Astro Barrage, so you can set up Trick Room, even if it's at 1 HP. For Alcremie, your max HP, almost max defense, and then 12 speed. I thought this lived Adamant Behemoth Blade, but I might have to go back through the calc. I think it's a roll, and we just got the worst roll every time. But you're supposed to live it. For Yveltal, it's a really physically bulky spread. After Intimidate, you live Play Rough, which is really nice. It actually comes up a lot when you're decorating Yveltal and just going for Heat Wave endgame. Gastrodon, standard physically defensive spread with 84 special attacks, so that you get the 2-hit KO on Shucka Incin, like the max SpinF 236 careful version. And then Landorus, pretty standard, just optimized for Life Orb Chip and max speed, rest into attack. And Volcarona, I changed up the spread a little bit. It had a lot more speed before, but I feel like max HP, max defense, it's taking a lot of physical hits for the most part anyways. And since we're setting up Trick Room all the time, it doesn't need the speed anyways. So yeah, max defense was working out really well here. And Modest Nature, you need it so that you can max Volcarona and just one-shot Zacian. It doesn't need any investment to do that, so Max Flare just always picks up the KO.
Now, my one question here is, I noticed we're Calm Nature on the Alcremie. Is the Calm Nature anything particular? Because then I'm thinking, what if we just go like bold Alcremie, right? And then just like guarantee live the Behemoth Blade if it's Adamantization?
Oh, yes. The Calm Nature was for the Palkia matchup, because for Palkia, you have to either, if it's Indeedee, try to KO the Indeedee with Yveltal, go for Snarls and stuff like that, and then bring in Necrozma and Quake in the endgame, or you have to live Max Quake, Max Geyser with Alcremie. Usually not Max Geyser because you have Gastrodon, but you don't really want to bring Gastro into the Calyrex Ice Palkia matchup. You want Necrozma, Yveltal, Alcremie, and either Landorus or Volcarona.
Okay, interesting. All right, so the Alcremie. All right. One thing I do want to remember or remind people: the Baby Doll Eyes has priority, correct?
Yes. So don't go for it in Psychic Terrain, and it's really good against Zacian to just like everything is calced to live Zacian at -1 because you have Intimidate and you have Baby Doll Eyes. So there's multiple ways to set that up.
Yeah, and then just to remind viewers, we didn't really use the Landorus, but it's mostly for that Sun matchup, right? But we didn't play any Sun games in our video. We just played Zacian Ogre stuff. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's a cool team. And it makes sense that we won this. You won the tour with this squad. So now let's go into the rental where you too can try this tournament-winning Alcremie squad. All right, and there is the rental where you too, the viewer, can now try this Alcremie Necrozma Yveltal squad. So again, Dragon, thanks for joining us on the channel. I don't know if there's anything you can change here. You know, you're the one that won the tournament, but you tell us. Is there anything on the team that you would change right now?
You could change Volcarona to Rotom Heat to have a better Charizard matchup. You could also change Volcarona to Aleki. But I think if you're doing either of those, you would have to make Necrozma Shucker Berry, and then there's not as much survivability. So I like the team as it is.
Yeah, I do like the redirection on the Volcarona. I think you just keep it like this. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's as standard as it is. And the Leftovers recovery was actually not too bad on the Necrozma. You want that longevity, right? To be able to potentially set up another Trick Room, and then, you know, you get all the attack you need when you get the Decorate plays, and then just being very bulky overall in the end game is all you need. So, Dragon, where can the viewers find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DragonairJ, on Twitch at DragonairJordan, and yeah, that's it.
All right, we'll be sure to plug in those socials in the video description. And folks, once again, if you haven't subbed to the channel already, make sure you do so. We are past 1950 as of this moment, so we're getting close to that big 2,000 gold. Dragon, you think we can do it?
Definitely. Everybody drop a follow.
Yeah, the 2K is always nice. You know, 1,000 followers is nice, but 2K means you're legit. That's what I always like to say. All right, so we'll be back with another Series 12 team in the next video, guys. Until then, have a good night.